Hello everyone and welcome. And a big thank you to everyone who is subscribed to this channel. I have been hoping I would reach this milestone soon, and it has finally happened. Um, we've reached 100 subscribers, if not more. I'm sorry about being a little late, but it takes a while to make one of these videos. So, I promise that I will be making a new studio for 100 subscribers. But in order for this to be completely interesting, I need to show you why I need a new studio and what I mean by studio, because there is a bit of a difference between what other YouTubers are calling a studio and what I call a studio. So, first of all, why do I need a new studio? So why do I need a new studio? Well, to get into that, I need to show you this room in its entirety. This is my family's living room in our two-room apartment, and this is our living room slash office slash bedroom for me and my wife, and it needs to fill in all three of these roles on a daily basis. And this is my current setup and working desk. I need it for work and I need it for painting and other leisure activities that I do. I spend most of my time when I'm at home in this chair or playing with the kids. But setting this lovely little thing that I've built in the studio, it's portable, it has wheels, it's absolutely amazing. It was inspired by a video of Jesus, which made a small portable box and to paint miniatures, and I wanted to emulate the same on a bigger scale and have a sort of portable studio that I could take with me anywhere. I went a little overboard and made it incredibly big. So big, in fact, that if I didn't have this second slab of it's not MDF, it's PAL. I've seen that not a lot of people in Western countries use it, but they prefer either MDF or um, uh, straight up wood. But I need this in order for the box to fully set up and to be able to actually work on it. Let me show you what this entire setup looks like. I'm going to have to find a way. I'm gonna pause it right here. So let me just show you what setting this whole thing up actually entails. It takes a while for me to make this stand because I didn't really prepare it. I make all of my videos completely unscripted. Alright, so as you can see, I have to pull this out, rotate it. It is quite heavy. Get it into position, move things around my desk constantly. Make sure that when I open the thing up, fully set up, I don't damage the wall. When this thing unfolds, I need to push it back. Then make sure that, and it's already impossible for me to easily access my keyboard and mouse. So when I want to use the PC while I am painting to find a different reference picture or to simply check something out or do anything else other than paint, it is very difficult for me to do so. Let's pack everything up, and then when I need to pack it all up, I have to do everything else in reverse. It can be quite tiresome. Not to mention the fact that there may always be hiccups and snags because it is made of plywood and then you have to move it a little bit on itself. Things can fall off and you have to catch them. Anyway, this takes, as you can see, quite a significant amount of time, and then it's difficult. Okay, so what do I plan to do? In order for me to make this much easier to work with, I came up with a new plan, a different box. You can't blame me for thinking too outside of the box. Alright.
So, as you can see, I made this little box and a mock-up of my desk and how it looks momentarily and how I plan to make my box. The box will of course open and have my paint on top, a work area down here below, and several storage areas for tools and other products in the middle, with of course uh, hopefully I will be able to install lights uh, on the upper door that will shine down and create a perfect painting area. Uh, Again, I have plugs right here, access to power to have it all wired up, and this will enable me to easily just open up the box and start painting. No more hassle, no more trying to move the big heavy box around and to do a lot of prep work before I actually have to start painting. As you can see, it is also quite bigger in terms of storage for paints, and everything will be done by me by hand in a in this video. So stick around because towards the end I will also show you what I plan for future if I ever reach 1,000 subscribers. Alrighty then. Um,
So, we've seen how I plan to make this brand new uh, workstation, studio, whatever you want to call it, for painting miniatures. This will, I believe, and I'm really hoping that this will actually have to stop saying actually. I really hoping that this will improve my workflow and will allow me to make even more videos, because one of the biggest problems I have with getting in the mood to paint is having to do the entire setup and having to clean it up afterwards. By just simply opening two doors and starting to paint, this should fix the problem. Alright, so let's get into it. I'm sorry if the phone does pick up some of the traffic going on. I can only do this on my balcony, and we're right next to a busy street. Uh, I didn't do this completely on my own, although I do have a table saw that I made myself when I made the previous box, the previous studio. I decided to outsource a little bit of this process, and namely getting all the big pieces. What I mean by that is I bought a large sheet of plywood, whatever you want to call it, and I had it cut the store to the appropriate size. What I have to do now is just assemble the box. It comes in pre-made, easy to drill into and to make some studio out of. I'm sorry again. Everything is unscripted with my channel, and that is why Okay, I'm going to keep this one as short as possible, and I'm just going to show you the process. So first is decide which pieces. Well, all these four pieces are identical, completely identical, and they form the sides and the top and bottom of the box of the studio. So box studio, let's go box studio. And so what I need to do right now is get them to assemble perfectly, and for that I'm going to pre-drill holes, which I will then use Euro screws, which are these lovely screws right here, made for furniture, and I will put them through this and through the other side. So in order for me to do that, I just need to get my tape measure and a pencil and set the two holes for the top and bottom, and then I will drill on the sides right through those holes. All right. Seriously, cat? Like I said, working with animals, she just literally managed to flip over an entire set of tools. Oh, oh well. Alright, wish me luck. Alright, so these will be flipped. Let's see. They look good. Yeah, perfect. And no bad. I don't think you can see, but there were a few problems, especially with these, and there's always a problem with drilling holes, and that is why I went as slow as possible. But yeah, fortunately, this will be the bottom, and they will not be seen. But since these two, which are the loveliest ones, let's make sure that I got them perfectly right. Okay, and that one's 9. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so this will be the front, and this will be the back. And so I need to just wipe all these pencil markings. Okay, so I drilled the holes in the sides, and now all that is left is the main assembly of the sides and the top and bottom. Let's hope that goes as smoothly as the rest. Yay! The first part is done. The outside box is assembled. All that is left now is to put the middle shelves in which the rest of the things will come on, and to put in the doors. Okay, and the next part will be to assemble the doors, because I will need lots of room, whereas for the side, and it's already perfectly sturdy, whereas for the sides this is not that important. The shelves, actually, not the sides. Alright, I'm going to take a short break now. Okay, so now I'm going to assemble the hinges for the doors on the doors themselves, and for that I just put a line. Ooh, awesome. Awesome. All right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, awesome. I'm gonna go ahead, grab the other one. All right. And place that one in as well. Okay, just like that. And then I will use, it's not long enough, I'm going to use the other door as a guide. Clamp it down like so. Awesome. You saw me checking before. That was make sure that the grain is all the same, because this was one piece, so that when it actually closes, it will look the same, regardless of it will seem as one piece. Yes, I know this is not exactly the proper tool, the best tool for this, but this is the one I have, and I'm a bit in a hurry, and I don't want to even get a screwdriver since I have this. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see what I have achieved. Oh boy, wow, this is absolutely great. Yeah, works perfect. Hopefully there will be some leeway and I can adjust these further up and down, but yeah, great. All right, cool, awesome. All I gotta do now is take these off, put the other ones. Wrong tool. All right. Awesome! Flawless. This will need a little bit more fine tuning because of everything, but it already has its final shape, and this will be a new workspace. I can't close the window. I can't fire this. Let's see. No. And this will be the new studio. Awesome. Don't worry. This thing will actually remain like this. There will be a power thingy that will keep open for like so. How awesome is that? I'm not final tweaking these because there will be more the side. The shelves will be bolted and they will give it even more rigidity, and then I will fine tune it as I go along. But for now, this is perfect. I'm going to take another break right now, and I'm going to get the back and start preparing that as well. The back is a little bit difficult for me, and I probably won't do it in this day. But the video will be complete with the entire process of making this, minus probably the paint track, because that one is a bit more time consuming than just a afternoon. Alright, I'm gonna take a break now. And now on to the second part. It's been a few days because I had to take a break to go and work on the house. But I wanted to do this in an entire video. And again, sorry for being late with it. But it takes a while to make one of these things, and I also have to split all of my available time in between housework, all my available free time, and doing housework, spending time with family, and my hobby. I took a break from actually painting anything, my one per video, and I'm back right at making the second studio, so show you what the progress is. Right now I'm putting on the back, and then I will get to the inside shelving and the accessories. And today I also have a bit of in real world audience, as Dennis has to stay home with me. One of the things working in your own living room is you have to be incredibly tidy when working. So, for the next step, which I will have to drill some holes, I am going to get the help. Okay, so I drilled the holes on the side for the shelves, and now I will be mounting the shelves. There is a very simple and easy way to do this, and that is to use a few books to get the desired height. Really, really narrow one. Tau Codex. Let's try that. See where this gets us. I think it's perfect. I mean, yeah, finally. It took a while, but it's finally working properly. And now I get to the final part of the new studio build that I plan to do for this video. And for this, I bought a sheet of 3mm plastic. I plan to cut and make some drawers out of it. And I'm ready to cut. Wish me luck. Grabbing the cat mat and a fresh blade. Hello! Yes! Finally, I have a pattern. Oh, yeah, awesome! Cool, cool, cool. Okay, great, wonderful. Oh, it's perfect. It's pretty solid. Hopefully it won't lose its and with the insert it should be fine. Besides this, I'm going to have multiple ones. I'm gonna have 5, so it should be good. It's gonna be 1 every 10 centimeters, so it's gonna be just fine. Alright, let's cut these out of the insides. I'll do these by hand because they're really. Yeah, I'm more than happy when I find an out of the box solution, and I just did. There are these doors that I have on my balcony storage, so and they can be easily detachable, and the back sides are absolutely never visible. So, what does that mean for me, and how does it make my job a lot easier? Well, because since the backs are never ever visible and I don't really care how they look, I can just remove one of the doors like I did. Place it on top of my workbench and just cut over them without a single issue whatsoever of being going through this. It's plywood also, and I have absolutely no worry whatsoever to damage it in any way. So the next little benefit of having these is that I can also clamp these down. Perfect. And a few final cuts. A little. And just clean things up a little bit around here and make these easy to store. These little pieces. Alright. Get to work on these lovely patterns. And I'm gonna shut it down. I hope you really like this new setup. I do. Especially because I can now work much easier without the camera sitting right in front of me. So yeah, isn't this much better? I'm hoping that you guys. Oh yeah, I'm looking right now at my hands. Oh, that's so good. It should be plenty enough for now. It's not ideal. It's not focused or anything. I didn't spend time making this setup or anything, but this should be fine enough for now. This is just like a test run, and you guys can watch it. So. Oh, lovely. Okay, okay, now I'm going to go and drill these holes. I'll do this on the balcony to limit the amount of mess I'm gonna make. So wish me luck. And I'm also gonna stop the video now because I need as many clamps as I can get. And make sure these don't go anywhere and they are all stuck together. Well, this didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted it. The hole is done perfectly, but there's way too much mess, and it's not perfectly well enough cut. So I'm going to have to do this outside. I'm gonna go with the same method. I'm gonna keep doing all the holes, but I will have to wait a few more hours and go to my father's house, who has a yard close by, and I will do that there. But yes, it's pretty messy doing this with this type of head. I had a better one, just to cut it. It would cut and leave. The last time I did it, and this was what was left. It would literally cut through this, but this one's a bit larger, so that one was 32, and this one, the one that I'm using right now, is 35, and it's better for the paint pots. Let me just show you. Alright, let's grab a paint pot And because I already tested this, and as you can see, it fits much more snugly in there. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, it's viable, but it's way too messy for the apartment. I'm gonna go and clean this up right now and wait to go to go outside to do this. All right, see you in a few.
Okay, so I have to record this after because going through making those supports was much more difficult than I anticipated, and the bit I was using is not good for making these holes. I had to stop, go to my father's house where there is a yard, and make a different support. As you can see, you can notice that they are no longer split. It's full, or the hole is fully enclosed. But that is going to change because the dimensions I had were planned with cut holes, and I will get to that in a moment. The idea is this is a very finicky plastic when it comes to drilling holes, especially with power while holding them in your hand, while holding the power tool in your hand. It was incredibly difficult for me to not break the material. So I went to his small shop where he had a drill press, and I was able to do it there. What else can I say? Assembling this is quite a hassle, and given the effort I placed into making this paint pot rack, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone unless, of course, you really want to save a few dollars, but I don't know how much you will be saving because then again, it's a lot of work, and if you factor in all your time and effort and material, I don't know how much time it will take. But again, I for assembling this, all I used was one sheet of 3mm plastic, and I did the drawers as well, and that was less than 10 euros. I don't know, whatever, less than 15 bucks. I don't even know what else. Anyway, it was incredibly cheap, but it also was a lot, a lot of work. And when it came to the assembly, I noticed that because I had to switch from the initial drill bit, which was 35mm, to 36mm, I also had to reduce the size that I wanted. It was planned to have, I kid you not, like 4 more extra holes on a row, but due to the fact that I broke a few of the first ones, I didn't have any more material, so I had to adapt and make it a bit less. But I will see what can be done in the future to increase the size, because I wanted to double my potential um, paint pot size, but it's clear now that I will not be able to do that in this round. Also, I don't know how much one of those pre-made paint racks does cost, but I wasn't paying shipping, and I don't have the money to buy an entire studio, so I decided to go with this route. It's an incredible amount of work, like I mentioned, but in the end, for me, this was worth it. Before I forget, I wanted to add that I will be posting the files that I used, the SketchUp file, as well as any plans that I have regarding how I made this. Uh, I will try to share it in the video description. I'm hoping I can link somewhere to a file sharing site. I don't know if I can, but I will try. Hopefully Google Documents or something. But there's not much that I can promise you as a standardized set of plans, because I heavily modified these as I was going along. What you see me here is assembling all the drawers, which I used super glue to to stick the plastic, the 3mm thick plastic, to the bottoms, which were made from plywood, which were a few pieces left over from the previous portable studio. They were cut, and then I assembled them with super glue, cutting them to size where needed and handled. Not much to be done. A lot of super glue went into this. I went through like 3 tubes. I don't have the big ones, and I guess this is almost the end. All I have to do once I finish assembling these is show you the final product. What I didn't get a chance to show you is that I like my drawers to have a bit of felt inside to soften the bottom for brushes or anything else I have, and I did not film that process. I just used PVA glue all over the bottom and laid out the felt with especially a bit of extra PVA on the corners to strengthen the drawers and to make sure that the felt does not come off specifically from the corners. That is it, and I will enough for me doing voiceovers for this video, just a little bit, and I will let myself show you the finished product, and then we can move on to the little surprise for what I have planned for the future. Okay.
And it is now complete. It has been a few days, several, almost a week in fact, if not more, but my new studio is complete. Full with a paint rack with plenty of space for new paints to be added, all the painting supplies and bits and other stuff up there. 5 drawers, big ones with plenty of space. Place for ongoing miniatures to be placed, and a lower shelf for miscellaneous. Additionally, coming in a new video some other time, because again I have a limited budget, soon to be LED lights on the back end of the panel that will illuminate the entire workspace area, and yes, indeed, fully functional with plenty of space on the rest of the desk for work and other activities. Yes. Now, let me show you what I plan to do if I ever do reach 1,000 subscribers. Okay, going outside on my balcony, I want to show you this area. This is a small storage area that can't really be used for much at all, but if I do make it to 1,000 subscribers, I am going to turn this incredibly small area into a painting booth with a evacuation right outside through this cracked window, which I will probably change with something else. So keep that in mind. So if you enjoyed my content, really like the whole idea of a compact studio in a box, feel free to subscribe. If you want to see the painting booth for an airbrush or spraying inside, feel free to subscribe and help me reach 1,000 subscribers. And I will leave you right now and get back to, work, painting miniatures. Goodbye, and I will see you in the next video.